Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back for day 4 of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Christmas. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about a new archetype that is coming out. It is a holiday-centric archetype that Konami has been planning for some time now, and they're finally going to release it later this month. So we're just going to look at some of the cards and maybe a little bit about the strategy, and just see how good this deck really is. Okay, let's get started. So the first card is actually the boss monster of the deck. It is Spirit of the Holidays, the Gift Giver. It is a Fairy Water Link monster. It is a Link 2 with 2500 attack. It has an effect where, once per turn, you may tribute one Toymaker card that this monster points to. Then, you can summon one gift token, which is a Fairy Water, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense token, to your opponent's side of the field in defense mode. Also, if this monster attacks a gift token, it gains the piercing effect until the end of the turn. Also, you can only control one Spirit of the Holidays, the Gift Giver. This card seems to be modeled after Santa Claus, as he is a giver of gifts. You can see this in his effect, where he uses the toy makers, which are going to be the elf-like monsters for this deck, and it allows him to create gifts, which he then gives to the opponent. The next monster is one of the main deck monsters. It is Spirit of the Holidays, the Toymaker. It is a Water Fairy main deck monster. It is level 3 with 500 attack and 500 defense. It has an effect where, when this monster is normal or special summoned from the hand onto your side of the field, you may then special summon up to 2 Spirit of the Holiday Toymakers, one from your deck and one from your grave. So this one, it is the elf of the deck, and you can see it has the ability to bring more copies of itself out from the deck, but also from the grave. So it's really easy to get multiple ones on the board, and then you can use this to go into your Santa, the Gift Giver. The next card is also another main deck monster. It is Spirit of the Holidays, the Gift Giver's wife. It is a level 8 Water Fairy main deck monster with 1200 attack and 2500 defense. It has an effect where you may special summon this monster from your hand in defense position by tributing 2 Toymakers from your side of the field. Once per turn, when a Toymaker is special summoned to your side of the field, you gain 500 life points. If a Spirit of the Holidays, the Gift Giver, is on your side of the field, this monster can attack while in defense position using its attack value for the attack. So this card seems to be based off of Mrs. Claus, who is Santa's wife, and you can see that she is a more supportive role, so you can tribute 2 Toymakers from your side of the field to bring her out, but then if any more Toymakers are brought out, you gain life points, so it helps support. But she also can help out with the attacks while still remaining in defense position, so hopefully she can have a little bit of protection while still being able to attack, but she's mostly there for the healing and the support. This next card is the last of the main deck monsters. It is Spirit of the Holidays Reindeer. It is a level 5 Water Fairy with 2000 attack and 500 defense. Its effect is, if you control a Gift Giver monster, you may special summon this card from your hand. Then, once per turn, this monster and one Toymaker monster you control may attack directly. And if this monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you may add one Spirit of the Holidays Reindeer from your deck to your hand. So as we've seen, the Gift Givers are Santa and his wife, so whenever they're on the field you can special summon the reindeer, but then you can also allow one of the Toymakers and the reindeer to attack directly. So it's kind of like the elf riding in to battle on the back of the reindeer. So this next card is one of the spell cards for the deck. It is called Nice List. It is a normal spell card with the effect, if you control Spirit of the Holidays, the Gift Giver, you may tribute one monster on either player's field to special summon 2 gift tokens, which are the Fairy Water, level 1, attack 0, defense 0, to your opponent's side of the field. In defense mode, you can only activate one Nice List per turn though. So this is another good one. It allows you to get more gift tokens onto your opponent's field to attack into, but it's also a way of field removal, so you do have to tribute one of the opponent's monsters, but if your opponent doesn't have a monster or has one that can't be tributed, you can tribute one of your own monsters to get some more tokens on the opponent's field. This next card is the second of the spell cards for this deck. It is known as Naughty List. It is a normal spell card where if you control Spirit of the Holidays, the Gift Giver, you may tribute all gift tokens on the field, then deal 500 damage to the owner for each token. So this works very well with the Gift Giver and with the Nice List as well, because you're going to be filling your opponent's board with these tokens, but then instead of attacking into them, you have the option of just destroying them with this and dealing effect damage. So if your opponent's trying to negate your attacks or anything like that, this is another way to get over them. So it's a pretty useful card. So the last of the spell cards is actually a field spell. It is known as Spirit of the Holidays Village, when it has the effect where, while this card is face up on the field, Gift Giver cards cannot be destroyed by card effect or battle. Once per turn, you may special summon one Toymaker token, Fairy Water level 3, attack 500 and defense 500, to your side of the field. Then, if this card would be removed from the field by card effect, you may tribute one Toymaker from your side of the field instead. So this is one of the staples of the deck. It's a very good card. It gives protection to both the Gift Giver and the Gift Giver's wife, and it also allows you to get more of these Toymaker tokens onto the field, which the Toymaker tokens, as we've seen before, you can tribute them off with Santa in order to summon more gift tokens to the opponent's field. You can sacrifice them to bring out the Gift Giver's wife. You can use them with the combination of the reindeer in order to attack directly. So getting out these tokens onto your side of the field is really good advantage. And that is it for all of the spell cards in this deck, and unfortunately this deck doesn't have any trap cards at the moment. Maybe in some future updates, they will release some traps or some more support for this. I would love to see this kind of branch out, include some more classic holiday staples, maybe go into some other holidays. Now this deck does have one extra deck monster, so let's go and look at that. So the only extra deck monster for this deck is known as Spirit of the Holidays, the Gift Giver Sleigh. It is a Fairy Water rank 3 Xyz monster. It requires 2 level 3 Toymaker monsters to summon. It has 2000 attack and 1000 defense. It has an effect where, when this monster is Xyz summoned, you can special summon up to 2 Toymaker tokens to your side of the field. Then, once per turn, you may detach one material from this monster, then any Spirit of the Holiday Gift Giver monster on your side of the field may attack directly this turn. So it just allows your boss monster to attack directly. So if there isn't any of the tokens on the field for you to attack into, or if you just need to get past them, it allows you to do some direct damage to them. It has Gift Giver in its name, so some of these other cards will work with it. And finally, this archetype does introduce 2 new tokens, the Gift token and the Toymaker token. We've seen this before in the card effects. So we just have these 2 tokens. They can be used for these, but you can also use them for generic tokens as well. But that's it for all of the cards this time. It's a very interesting deck. The playstyle revolves around getting out the Gift Giver and tributing your own monsters to summon the gift tokens to your opponent's side field, attacking into the gift tokens, tributing your opponent's monsters, destroying the gift tokens with the Naughty List, and then really just trying to overwhelm your opponent with the Gift Giver and the Toymakers. Interesting concept. I think that it has a lot of potential. I don't believe it'll be meta. It might be rogue, but there's still got to be some more cards come out for it. Again, this is just the initial release. They may have some unannounced ones, and we may even get more support down the road. It'll be interesting to see what other archetypes really work well with this. And that'll be it for this video. Thank you for stopping by. Join me tomorrow for day 5 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Christmas, where we'll be asking and answering one of the strangest questions in Yu-Gi-Oh! lore.